you have any other daily habits or routines that you think have contributed to your success, JP?
Well, writing things down is a big deal, and it's not just. I still carry an old style journal, even though I'm sort of torn between two worlds. So I put tons of stuff in Evernote, and I send myself notes in Slack, which we use for our team chat and stuff. But I also still write down. I was doing it this morning. I still write in a physical journal. I believe this, and this would be something worth people writing down. I believe this is that writing is very powerful. Writing crystallizes thought, and thought motivates action. By the specific power of writing something down, I'm not the scientist, but I know other people have proven why this works. It connects in a way that other just talking and other things don't. It connects mentally with a person, like with whatever in your nerves, your systems, your psyche or whatever. And writing things down does have a profound effect on solving problems, thinking things through, certainly remembering things. Like I've said this before, you could write a to-do list at the beginning of a day, write down 3 or 7 or 10 or 20 things, whatever that you want to accomplish, wad up that piece of paper and throw it away and never look at the list the rest of the day. You'd still most likely get more done than if you had not made the list to begin with. There's something very powerful and profound about writing things down. And I think the more people can do that, the better off they are. It'll help you solve your problems. I wrote an article about this, I think, in Huffington Post 3-4 years ago about the power of drawing a line down the center of a piece of paper. I learned this from Dr. Robert Schuller, the pastor that created Crystal Cathedral many years ago. In one of his books, he talked about solving problems. I think it was Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. That was the name of the book. But he would write a line down the center of a paper, and on one side he would write down all the things that could go wrong if he'd made this decision, and on the other side write down all the things that would go right. And then another thing is he would write a 10 list. This is actually what I wrote the article about, wrote a list of 10 things. So he would write down 10 different ways he could solve the problem, and sometimes it was as simple as breaking down. So let's say that you need $10,000 by the end of the month, right? To be able to close on a piece of property or to be able to pay certain bills or fix something, whatever it was. You needed $10,000. You could write down, well, I need one person, one source of $10,000. So if you're a real estate agent, you could reverse engineer that and figure out what you got to sell to get $10,000 commission. But I need $10,000 from one person, or I need $5,000 from 2 people, or $2,500 from 4 people, or, you break it down. And all of a sudden, what it does, that little exercise, is it forces the mind to start thinking about ways that things can happen. So many times, we're focused on why it can't happen. We're like, oh my God, I'm in trouble and I can't fix it, etc. But when you activate your mind and then you put your hand into action, writing something down of figuring out, okay, so if there were a solution, what could some of those ideas be? Writing that stuff down is massively powerful.
Get more content plus free bonuses and resources at jpmaroney.com/VIP.